What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and it is the end of the weekend, so you know what time it is. We get to round up all the latest wrestling games news to keep you up to date, just in case that you miss any of the announcements, any of the extra reveals, and so on. So you guys already know we got the latest regarding WWE 2K22. AEW Game's coming out with a big announcement and a brand new wrestling game that we're finally gonna be able to get our hands on this week. We got that and more, so make sure you guys have those notifications turned on, and if you want even more WWE 2K videos, consider checking out the second channel. And starting off with the latest regarding WWE 2K22, because this week, although we had a short behind the scene look at the game focusing on the facial scanning, there was some extra in-depth information being given to us over on social media, which dropped some extra knowledge and confirmation for us to discuss. If you guys missed that behind the scene in it, we ended up seeing a heavy focus of Booker T and also Ric Flair getting rescanned, especially their facial features. We also got a tease of some other roster members for the game, such as Lacey Evans, who was spotted in the background as Ric Flair was walking out of a room. There might have been other superstars during that time of scanning, but within this behind the scene, that was the only thing that was basically confirmed. Following the release of that video though, Patrick Gilmore ended up giving us a lot of extra information in regards to this episode. Patrick ended up indicating that they have scanned coast to coast in the US and even in Europe this year, indicating that over the last 5 years, this has been the year that they have captured the most superstars. Him dropping Europe in the mix is a good one because, of course, we've been wanting to see more NXT UK superstars added into the game. He also went on to confirm another WWE top star, indicating that Bayley was the one to volunteer and be the first to be scanned in these brand new scanning rigs that they have this year. He also went on to tease that they are going to be doing some pretty cool things with superstar models that they are excited to show us and tell us about later on. What could all of this mean? We don't really know. Maybe once again they're gonna include a lot of these models being presented throughout the main menu, sort of like in WWE 2K19 and WWE 2K18 and also 17. Come to think about it, that menu for that game was extra awesome, as we got to see multiple superstars just coming in as you navigate through the main menu, doing different taunts and so on. So really wondering what exactly Patrick is teasing here, but excited for it. He also went on to add that to be ready to scan at a moment's notice, they actually built a second trailer and sent it to Orlando and Tampa, all of which is independent from the one that they already have in Cali. So that is really cool. Basically, any superstars that is coming into NXT, SmackDown, or Monday Night Raw, since all those shows right now are happening in Florida due to the pandemic, then having a second trailer with a scanning rig right there is so convenient, meaning that they could keep scanning people all the way up to the release of the game, hopefully leading into the most updated roster ever and most updated models ever. In regards to when we will be seeing gameplay, the only thing that Patrick indicated was that they will give us an update on gameplay soon. They know that there is a lot of talks in regards to it, and he knows people are excited for it as it is one of their core pillars of focus of this year's game. So some extra information right there out of what we got from the behind the scene episode, and that is the type of thing that I want 2K to continue doing, because it just adds to what we're watching and continue to build that trust and good communication with the community. Now, coming out of all of this first reveal of the facial scanning, I saw a lot of feedbacks from the community letting 2K know on who exactly and desperately needs a rescan, especially a facial one. Right on top of the list was Edge, so I hope that WWE 2K is listening and give us the best Edge that we have gotten in 20 years. For me, he is definitely on top of the list. And coming out of WWE 2K20, which a lot of models obviously were rescanned and a lot of them needed a lot of work, on top of the list right now is also Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. Trust me, there's a lot of other superstars that I could think of coming out of 2K20, but I'm gonna let you guys comment down below which other stars needs a big rescan, especially following 2K20. So that is all the bits and latest for WWE 2K22, recapping what went down this week and some extra information that we ended up getting from the devs. Switching it over to the other big news on this wrestling games and news roundup, it is from the AEW side of things, as sometime this week, yes, this week, we are going to be able to play the AEW Elite General Manager closed beta. This beta for the game was announced late this week. I will leave a link down in the description below so that you guys can sign up to it. Alongside this big announcement, they also revealed that the game will be having multiplayer, so you're going to be able to compare your shows, your ratings, and so on with others. And yes, it will also have a single player, again, all of which we are going to be able to try on this closed beta version of the game. Another cool thing about it is that they are allowing us to post videos on it, to do live streams on it. So you guys already know I'm going to be doing everything possible to get my hands on this closed beta to show it off to you guys. But again, if you want to take part of it yourself, fill up the form. All you got to do is put your email, what device you're going to be playing on, iOS or Android, and check another couple of boxes, and that's it. If you get lucky, they will email you so that you could download it and get to testing it out. There's no specific dates on when it's going to come out, but referee Avery Edwards was doing a Q&A on social media, and she answered a lot of questions, one of those indicating that this beta will be available sometime this upcoming week. As for the official full release of the game, no official date has been given just yet. She simply emphasized what she'd been saying before, that the game will be out by the end of this year. Last but not least, the Wrestling Code ended up giving us a bit of a roster update, announcing Amazing Red and Ultimo Panda to be part of the roster. That is all the latest for this week's Wrestling Games News Roundup. If you enjoy or found that informative, don't forget to elbow drop it in to continue being up to date. Make sure to turn on those notifications. I'll catch you on the next one, so stay savage.